There's something that has somewhat baffled me about, well, there are a few things that have baffled me about this MAGA movement. But the main thing is it is steeped in the iconography of patriotism, of the revolution. It's we the people. It's on the buses. It's all about fealty to the Constitution and reverence for the founding fathers. And yet they are supporting an individual who seems to, if this were the revolution, I mean, they'd be Tories. He wants absolute immunity for the president. It seems to fly in the face of everything that they feel is the foundation of their movement. I am so fascinated, Mr. O'Reilly, by the patriotic fervor of the Republican Party, of the Republican conventions, the iconography of the flags, the we the people of the Constitution. We are for freedom. We are for liberty. What is their acceptance of Viktor Orban and Vladimir Putin? What is their, I don't understand how you can say we stand for freedom, we stand for liberty, we stand for the Constitution, and man, you know who's doing it right? Putin and Orban. Those are illiberal autocrats. What are we talking about here?
Well, we didn't get to it on the Daily Show because you were babbling so much.
That's what I do. That's my
I understand
calling card.
But J.D. Vance is the biggest Putin enabler I've seen.
Donald Trump's assault on civil liberties should put to rest any idea that the Republican Party are the party of freedom.
Here's what they like more than anything. So this is the Declaration of Independence.
Wow.
And they ask that this be done. It's never been up. It's been in the vaults for many, many decades. And they said, we have to do something like drapes or something because the light eventually affects it. And it's very cool.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that great? Just went up yesterday.
Wow.
Think Joe Biden would do this? I don't think so. Do you think he'd think of it? Do you think he knows what it is?
Do you have that in front of you? I've not seen that statement. Can you please quote where that comes from, that he would like to deport American citizens?
He said it in the Oval Office. He said he wants to go for homegrowns next, people born and raised in the United States citizens.
Do you have anything?
And then
do you have anything besides your word on that? I have not seen that. So beyond your word, do you have the source of that? I would love to see that clip or that transcript of him saying he wants to deport American citizens.
There is a clip online. I encourage people to just Google Donald Trump homegrown, deporting homegrown criminals. It is something he said in the Oval Office.
Well, you understand how television works. We have these fancy earpieces. I like to get very few instructions from my staff while you and I have a conversation. But we are in search of that clip as we speak. So as you and I have this conversation in the next several minutes, we'll be looking for that clip. But let's keep digging in on this idea.
They're great facilities, very strong facilities, and they don't play games. I'd like to go a step further. I mean, I said it to Pam. I don't know what the laws are. We always have to obey the laws, but we also have homegrown criminals that push people into subways, that hit elderly ladies on the back of the head with a baseball bat when they're not looking, that are absolute monsters. I'd like to include them in the group of people to get them out of the country, but you'll have to be looking at the laws on that, Steve, okay?
Donald Trump is a salesman who changes his pitch depending on who he's in front of. What he doesn't realize is it's all being recorded. And so his pitch to that audience is the us versus them. We're all the victims of this liberal media, of these soft journalists who come out here and lie about us. We're really great people. And that's what he pitches to them. And if you ask him about it and you say, do you think that's okay to body slam a reporter? No, of course not. That's, not do that. But I was joking. It was a little joke I was making in front of friends.
Framers of the Constitution said that every person, not citizen, every person within the jurisdiction of the United States has due process. That is violated by the administration, and we would like to know what you, as the people, the Congress, who are supposed to rein in this dictator, what are you going to do about it? These people have been sentenced to life imprisonment in a foreign country with no due process. Our government cannot do anything. Why won't you do your job, Senator?
Yeah. It's fine. Obeying the Supreme Court. Trump's not obeying the Supreme Court. He just ignores them. Yeah, screw it.
Today, we are all Kilmar Armando Abrego Garcia, because Donald Trump said today very clearly that he wants to be able to throw anyone in a prison in El Salvador and throw away the key, even if that person has committed no crime. And that means us. That means all of us, because Donald Trump and his lawyers are insisting through the courts that even after they make a mistake, as they admit they did in the case of Mr. Abrego Garcia, they don't have to fix that mistake, and they can leave him in that prison forever. And if the mistake they make the next time with you or me is that they sent us to an El Salvador prison, even though we didn't commit a crime and even though we are United States citizens, that mistake cannot be fixed, according to Donald Trump.
The vast majority of Republicans seem perfectly willing at this point to let Trump do whatever he wants, as long as he keeps slashing taxes for their billionaire donors. A lot of these people, by the way, are lawyers. Some are even constitutional lawyers, and they know full well that due process is a fundamental pillar of any functioning democracy. But meanwhile, Trump is outsourcing prison housing, i.e. human trafficking people into penal slavery in El Salvador. And he's now even floating trafficking American citizens as well, which, again, not that many Republicans seem to have any problem with. Look, here's the inconvenient truth for Donald Trump and his lackeys. Every person in America, whether documented, undocumented, refugees, asylum seekers, international students, we all have the same rights under the Constitution. And yet, in 3 months, Trump has somehow managed to convince people that this isn't the case. They are clearly gambling that enough Americans will simply look away.